get here?
Can we start from the top? Was it all a bad dream? After that nightmare, I'm going to the dentist today.
According to the World Health Organization, it was proven that persons will have a cavity sometime in their lifetime. And we are with Dr. Sharma. He is an implantologist. Dr. Sharma, based on the last study, with the study of disease in 2016, they said that there are some common dental problems, such as the dental cavities. Besides dental cavities and gum diseases, there are some that are prevalent for our Caribbean region. What would you say are some of those problems that we as Caribbean people are being challenged with?
The most prevalent ones that I see in my practice, you mentioned two already, one gum disease and the other one dental caries. The third most prevalent one I think is missing teeth. Then we have crowded teeth, and a lot of people now suffer with headaches due to TMJ, temporomandibular joint disorder.
Headaches are correlated with dental problems, is that what you're saying?
Majority of headaches, probably around 80 to 85% of headaches, are caused by TMJ and teeth-related problems. They're related with the position of the joint and the position of the teeth and the muscles that are attached to that jaw and the jaw joint,
Yes.
which runs in your head.
Yes.
And most people that get headaches tend to feel that the headaches is from inside the head when it's really from the muscles that are outside of the head. And those things are very easily treated sometimes.
Yes. I know you were telling me earlier that if we should advocate oral hygiene, if we should change this perception of fear of dentistry and fear of going to the dentist, then maybe we can preserve our teeth for a few more years.
Most cases of missing teeth, probably with the exception of trauma,
Yes.
it is caused by some form of negligence on the patient's behalf, meaning that they don't visit the dentist enough to diagnose an existing gum disease or diagnose an existing dental caries that could have been treated at an early stage, and they've left it to a point where the tooth is unsavable, and therefore the only option at that point is to extract the tooth. And a lot of the time you see patients extracting the teeth and sometimes having a bad experience with the extraction and never coming back to the dentist for further treatment to maintain and protect the other teeth.
Yeah, because I think it's a chain reaction. But now with modern technology, because I see like inside your office is full of technology, I see all kind of equipment that I've never seen before. So now with modern technology, it has made dentistry, I would say, relatively pain-free. Yes?
From the type of anesthetics we use, local anesthetics, they've improved so much on them that when you use these, they're very effective on numbing the tooth. So that when you give this local anesthetic, the tooth is so numb that you never feel anything. And most people now that come to the dentist generally would not have a problem with fear or the experiences that they've had in the past. So many ways that we can treat patients, make them calm, make them comfortable, and make them enjoy dentistry to a point.
In terms of tooth loss, how does it start? Let's go with the cavity formation. Understanding cavity formation, understanding how these acids actually breaking down the enamel, understanding that it is creating a loss of both phosphate and calcium, and then the tooth loss is down the line. So if we start with at the beginning of the chain, that is visiting the dentist first, then maybe yes, we can. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, most people, there are probably two types of people, one that are prone to caries and some that are not prone to caries as much. You have some people that could have a bucket of sugar every day and not have a single cavity. Some people that will just have no sugar at all and have a mouthful of cavities. Both of them, if they are seen early by the dentist, these things can be picked up and they can be treated accordingly. The ones that are prone to caries, if you pick up the decay early and treat it early, you won't have problems with the cavities getting big, getting deep, going into the pulp, causing a dental abscess.
Yes.
And then either your option at that stage is extraction or a root canal to save the tooth.
Yes, but I was startled earlier because of the corona, and then you asked me if I have a coronal caries as opposed to a root caries. So let's explain to the viewer exactly what is a coronal caries.
So the decay can happen on the crown of the tooth itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get decay either on the top of the tooth or between the teeth.
Yes.
Now the ones between the teeth are difficult to pick up unless you take x-rays. The ones on the root, which generally happens around the gum line, those are easy to pick up, but those are sometimes caused by one, diet, and two, sometimes the teeth develop cavities themselves which are not carious, but due to grinding and clenching. And you get lesions around the root surfaces which eventually could decay if you don't keep the teeth clean.
Yeah, Dr. Sharma, personally for me, I do understand that there are good and bad bacteria in the mouth. However, I am faced with this problem. I don't know if it's because I was coming to you today, but I think I have good oral hygiene habits. I brush, I floss, I visit the dentist at least twice per year. How I am still seeing that I am developing a carie in the root, a root carie here, and I'm still seeing a coronal carie on this left, in one of the premolars. For persons who may be saying, well, we don't eat much sugars because we know the sugar or fermented carbohydrate that actually turn into acid, what is causing some of these carie formation?
Sometimes you could be just prone to decay. Sometimes the teeth themselves could develop with little defects on them, and food could get trapped in those defects and they could cause decay. A lot of those times the defects could be around the cervical part or the root part of the tooth, or sometimes on the coronal, the top part, what we call the occlusal surface of the tooth. And those could only be picked up by visiting the dentist regularly, getting the teeth checked, taking x-rays, and if there is an issue, sorting them out immediately. A lot of the problems sometimes it's also caused by grinding and clenching, and sometimes with the uneven forces of the teeth when you grind and clench, it causes the enamel to break off at the root surface.
And you know, it is taken for granted knowledge that the teeth is living. So when we think about living things, we don't think about our teeth as living things. So it's biting, grinding, chewing, talking, as well as aging. So there's a lot of work. You told me earlier as well that your jaw, in terms of the upper teeth and the lower teeth, should not meet unless you're eating. So in this relaxed position, I think it's something that we have to try to practice to have this relaxed jaw that's not touching each other. Because naturally I think my jaw is like
Always touching?
Yeah, always touching.
Ideally at rest, your teeth not supposed to touch, and when you're sleeping in the night, you're supposed to be resting and your teeth not supposed to be touching each other. Some people do clenchers and grinders and bruxers, what we call bruxing. They clench and brux in the night, they clench and grind their teeth in the night, and sometimes also in the day. Sometimes it's habitual, sometimes it's just the position of the teeth that triggers a neural response from the brain for the teeth to grind themselves smooth. And also those things are picked up on general examinations. With clenching and grinding, that is probably one of the major causes of tooth wear.
Dr. Sharma, I must say you have lovely teeth yourself, because while the interview was going, I was actually looking at your teeth. For dentistry in the Caribbean, what are your recommendations?
For dentistry in the future, I believe that the archaic laws that we have in Trinidad, they need to be changed. They need to accommodate continuing education. Right now, a dentist could come out of dental school and sit in his office from the day he practices to the day he dies, and has never done a single continuing education course and never updated himself from the day he qualified till the day he dies. You really start learning after you qualify from dental school. That's when you really start to learn dentistry.
Because you're getting the hands-on experience.
You're getting the hands-on, you're getting the experience, but in this modern world where science and technology is evolving so fast, if someone doesn't keep up, they really will fall behind. And yes, continuing education is expensive, but I believe if the laws are changed, we will have educators in Trinidad and from all over the world coming to Trinidad to educate our dentists locally.